If we just stand back, you can't see the weird lighting, right? Why am I so weak? What's going on? Here we go. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If for some reason this is your first time here, welcome. Hello, my name is Lauren French. I am a crazy Disney person and I spent my summer working at Disney World and I talk about it a bunch. Also, I am uploading a video every single day in October, except for the 16th, which I didn't because it was my birthday. Also, if you didn't wish me happy birthday, how rude of you. But today, I'm coming at you with my cute, this is like my favorite Disney shirt, honestly, with my cute-ass Disney shirt to talk about a little bit more about my experience with Disney. If you're new to the channel, I've talked about this before. I will leave a playlist up. Why am I burping so much today? I'll leave a playlist linked up here. I have a whole playlist of like videos from way back in my interview process. They're like a year old. And then I also have some vlogs, which are in a separate playlist of my time there. And I recently did a video about the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Disney College program, so I will leave that for you as well. In that video, I talk more about like general stuff. I talk about other people's opinions. I spill some tea about like bullying and how people treat CPs different and all that stuff. So check that out. Today I'm going to be talking more about my exact placement and my exact job and how I felt about it and why it was good or bad or great or the worst. I don't know. We're just going to see where the video takes us, honestly. Also, here's your daily dose of cat for the video. This is unnamed cat and she hates me. But she's so cute. For my program, I personally am Canadian, so I did the cultural exchange program, but it's pretty much identical to the DCP, which is why everyone calls it essentially like an ICP, an international college program, and everyone just says DCP in their titles. Same thing, only difference is we can't extend, y'all can. So, I've talked about this before, but when I got my job offer, I got attractions. I was very excited. That was my first choice. And then all my hopes and dreams were shattered when I got my itinerary with my location a week before I left. My itinerary told me that I was main entrance attractions at Disney's Typhoon Lagoon. I'm a Disneylander. I'm a West Coaster. I didn't even know the Disney World had theme parks. Nope, that's a lie. Water parks. I knew they had theme parks, I promise. I didn't even know they had water parks. I didn't know they were a thing. And then when I looked online, I found literally no information about anyone that got put in them for their college program and made videos. So I'm hopefully here to fill that void. Like I said, I wasn't excited. I was bummed. I was like, this is so dumb. All of my roommates except for one other girl out of 6 of us, 4 of them were in theme parks. I was like, it's fine. I'll be in the middle of nowhere. But it ended up being great. I ended up loving my program. I talk about that in my other video as well about the good and the bad. It was great. I also, in my program, I lived in Vista, so I was kind of like the first stop of the bus loops. One of the things that I absolutely loved about my program is if you don't have a car, the F bus, or what it was at the time, it might have changed. I took the F bus. It was the best bus route. The bus to Magic Kingdom was like half an hour, more than that, like 45 minutes there, an hour back. Half the time, if you were getting on at West Clock, you couldn't get a seat because people got on the Contemporary. The Epcot bus was like almost an hour back. The Studios bus had like this stupidly long walk to get to the front of the park. Like, the F bus was great. It only stopped at the housing complexes, Disney Typhoon guest stop, Disney Typhoon cast stop, Disney Springs, and then Disney Services. It was like 25 minutes there, 25 minutes back, super fast. Second thing that I loved was the hours. But I feel like when you look at the hours of the theme parks, there was extra magic hours for Hollywood Studios this summer because Toy Story Land. So they worked at 7. So my roommate who was in merch in Hollywood Studios was sometimes there at like 4 to stock stuff. Magic Kingdom obviously was open till 1 some nights. I don't think I've got anything special. But in general, the water park hours were way shorter than the theme park hours. And I'm talking about Typhoon, and I know that we were open later, but if for some reason you put it Blizzard Beach, the bus sucks. But they're open even shorter hours, I believe, because they don't have lights at night. I pretty much always worked early in the morning, 7 to 3. Then usually we get ER, so we get released early between like noon or 1, sometimes 2. But again, really short morning shifts. Or if I had a greeter shift, oh yeah, I'll talk about all the things I did in a second. Or if I had a greeter shift, I think the latest that I ended up actually staying was like 1 night in the summer. I was there till 1 a.m. and they asked me if I wanted to go home and I was like, no, I want overtime hours. So pretty much, unless there was an event, I was off at like 9:30, 10 at the very latest, where Magic Kingdom people were like, I saw a girl the other day who works quick service in Magic Kingdom, and on Instagram she was there at 3 in the morning still, I'm pretty sure, and I'm like, no man, no thanks. Also, the atmosphere, very relaxed. I know people talk a lot about crazy Disney look and working in Magic Kingdom and people telling them like they had too much eyeliner and to go take off their makeup and their socks were the wrong color and like they were wearing one too many rings. That was not a problem at Typhoon. I wore 2 bracelets pretty much every day. I have a tattoo on the back of my leg, but as long as there's no guests around, because I was getting the wickedest sock tan, as long as there's no guests around, I rolled my socks down, never said anything. My costume was too big, I could roll it up. It was fine. We're supposed to have a belt with our costume so we could wear rain gear on our back, but I never wore rain gear, I never wore a belt. No one got mad at me. So you could like be wearing the wrong lashes at Magic Kingdom and get a Disney look point. You could be like, honestly, maybe just entirely in the wrong costume at Typhoon. Someone showed up in a Blizzard Beach costume at Typhoon once and he didn't get in trouble. So, I mean, people will make fun of you, but you won't get in trouble. Also, this could be a good or a bad, depending on the kind of person you are. Because we are a water-based atmosphere, when it goes lightning, what? Because we are based around water, and with me parking, I was always outside in the parking lot. When there's thunder and lightning, we go 101. 101 means that everything shuts down, everyone has to come out of the water, go to safe areas, which is annoying because people complain, but at the same time, if you're out in the parking lot, it means you just get to sit in the back and hang out, which might bug you if you want to do stuff, but it was a really nice break after you've been standing in the sun all day. So, I don't know, I think it was fun. We had a few times where like, it was just nice to hang out and get paid to hang out, you know? What else? Here's another thing. I didn't get to do this because I was only there for 3 months, but if you, on your college program, get a water park, you'll get deployed in the winter, and I don't know about any of the college program kids, but I know the full-timers and part-timers I worked with got super, super cool deployments. A few of them did Jungle Cruise, one of them did Tower, Winnie the Pooh, like, because you're still in attractions, if you get deployed to a different park, because we close down in the winter, you'll get like a ride most likely. Some people can get like parking and main entrance, but I feel like most people when they get deployed get a ride. So that's a cool option. I'm going to give you a middle of the road, like could be a pro, could be a con, depending on what kind of person you are, and then I'm going to move into the very few cons I have. My main con when I started for me, but obviously this switched, I've talked about this before, is if you do get main entrance attractions, which is possible, there was a bunch of CPs doing it at Typhoon and at Blizzard Beach, you're either going to get ticketing or parking. Blizzard doesn't really have parking, so their people got ticketing. We already had a bunch of ticket people, so we did parking. I was bummed about if you don't like the thought of being in the sun all day, if you don't like the thought of long hours, if you don't like the thought of wearing a skirt that has like 17 buttons on it, so when you need to pee, maybe no one will pick you up and then it'll take you 3 minutes to take it off and then you'll almost pee your pants. Parking might not be for you. But for me, those early shifts, the 7 to 3s, those were all my parking shifts. They were the best because I was off early. When I was main entrance, I got weird like midday shifts. They were never late, but I never got off early. Parking, easy, easy peasy. I find it pretty easy, pretty fun. You just get to hang out with people, try not to murder anyone. So, could be a pro, could be a con. I feel like parking has a really negative stigma behind it, but like they said to me when I was mad about it, every CP ends up liking parking more than they like main entrance, so. And I personally know multiple CPs that started switching all of their main entrance shifts to parking shifts with part-timers, so it's the truth. Everyone loves parking at the end of the day. Now, let's go on to my cons. If you don't have a car, it's kind of hard to get places if you're trying to get to like a theme park. Like I said, the bus runs Typhoon, Springs, and Housing, but there's no buses straight from Typhoon to any theme parks. The only bus runs to Disney Springs, and Disney Springs doesn't run to the theme parks. Disney Springs only runs to the resorts. So the night that I went to the Magic Kingdom like after hours event special thing, you know what I'm talking about? I had to go from Typhoon to Springs to the Polynesian or the Grand Flow, and then monorail into Magic Kingdom. It took forever. It's a pain in the butt. Where if you're at a theme park, all the theme parks have buses to other theme parks with Disney transportation. And if you're at a resort, same thing. It's pretty easy to get to the theme parks. Most of the time, I would just go home before I went to a theme park because it wasn't worth it to try and go to Springs and figure it out. I mentioned this a little bit in the pro-con. If you don't want to be outside all these jobs are outside. At least at Typhoon, unless you were in merchandise or a few of the quick service jobs, you were outside. Parking, outside all day. Main entrance, you have a little cover, but you're still outside. You're still gonna get wet if it rains. It's still hot. There's no AC. Again, slide ops, lifeguards, they're all outside. Quick service people at carts and bars, it's also outside. It's not going to be like a theme park where you're sitting in an air-conditioned building all day operating a ride. You're going to be in the sun, you're going to be sweaty, you're probably going to get a wicked, ugly tan line like I did. I still have it. I've been back home for over 2 months and I still have my crappy Disney tan lines. Also, I mean, this I grew to just not care about because all the pros were great, but some people just get annoyed that they're not working at a park. Which I was totally this person to begin with. I totally get it. I feel like everyone, when they work at Disney, they want to work at Magic Kingdom. Spoiler alert, Magic Kingdom is the worst place to work. You do not want to work at Magic Kingdom on your college program. Unless maybe you're a character attendant, because that sounds bougie, but like, you probably don't want to work at Magic Kingdom for the hours and the work and all that craziness. But I feel like I had a lot of hard times explaining to people at home like where I work and them being like, is that even Disney owned? Do you even work at Disney World? Why would you go to Disney World to not work at a theme park? I didn't have a choice, sorry. That's just a little thought. But on that note, the nice things for me is because we weren't trained in anything. Oh yeah, that's another con that I just thought about. While people at theme parks are trained to do main entrance at the water parks, people at the water parks aren't trained to do main entrance at the theme parks. Literally why? I don't know. We have a more complicated ticketing system than the theme parks do. That's annoying. But with that being said, because it was so hard to pick up shifts, I could only pick up at Blizzard, ESPN, Typhoon, and Springs. For what I actually did as my job, it also means that it was really easy to pick up EHH shifts that were like untrainable. So pack shifts at Magic Kingdom, Parade and Audience Control, I saw those all the time. I could pick up all of them. I didn't have to deal with overtime limits. They were all open to me. Where my roommate Kate, who's at Soarin', she rarely saw them. My roommate Steph, who's quick service at Magic Kingdom, even though it was her park, she rarely saw them. She couldn't pick them up. Where I always saw them because I think Disney was like, yo, this girl literally can't pick up any other shifts, let's just give her pack. Same thing with other parks, like pack type shifts. I didn't work any, but a lot of my roommates did Rivers of Light in Animal Kingdom. That's that park, Rivers of Light, Animal Kingdom, Rivers of Light, and Happily Ever After. I almost said Wishes, and I've never even seen that show. That was the thing that I could pick up easily. And like there was an Epcot Screaming's fan shift at one point. I could pick that up no problem because they were just like, give this lady hours. She can only do one job. Whew! I always think these are gonna be short little videos and then I just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk forever. I gotta go to work. My life is very boring now at my normal job that isn't for Disney. I'm also sad about it. Like I've been saying on Instagram, I have maybe applied to go back this summer and I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know if they'll take me back, but we'll see. Also, on that note, if you have any questions for me about the Cultural Exchange Program or the Disney College Program or working Typhoon or working attractions or working main entrance or working parking or any of those things that I have done, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. Same thing, I have a Disney Instagram. I'll leave her here. You can send me messages. I'm always down. I'll try my best to answer them. Some people say I'm helpful sometimes. I don't know. If you've done a college program, let me know what you did and if you liked it, because I am not sure if I get through to the interview stage for this program. I don't really know what I want to do. I liked attractions, but your girl doesn't want to go back and do the exact same thing. Not because I didn't love it. I loved it, but just because I wanted something different. So if you really loved your role, let me know. I want to hear it. Like I said before, Instagram, I'm always on there. All my links to everything will be down below. For that, if you're looking for me, I'm easy to find. And I will see you guys, hopefully, tomorrow.